Well, Pierluigi, thank you so much for taking the time to join us and give me sport. First of all, before we get into it, how's your summer been so far? Are you enjoying it so far?
Well, I had a very busy summer, at least the beginning of summer, because we had this FIFA Club World Cup 2025. So I spent 40 days in Miami, and then I live in a seaside resort in Italy. So for me, it's uh, it's summer season, full summer season.
Well, actually, let's.
But football never stops. So it's difficult to say that I'm enjoying a quiet summer.
It never does stop, and the Club World
Yeah.
Cup. It's a good place to start actually because there were a few bits and pieces in that, and let's start with semi-automated offsides. Were you happy with how quickly those decisions were called? They seemed to be quite quick. They felt quick.
Yeah, we know that time in refereeing decision making is an issue, and we try to get the final decision as quick as possible, as well as we know that sometimes assistant referees keep the flag down when there is a very promising attack that may lead into a goal scoring opportunity. I have to say that we felt that assistant referees went too far in doing that. They were recommended to keep the flag down only when there was a very difficult offside position. I'm afraid that they went a bit farther, so they kept the flag down even when not needed because they are very good. So I don't believe that 1 meter offside can be doubtful for a top assistant referee. So we recommended them to, let's say, to be a bit more brave in doing that, but nevertheless we implemented this semi-automated offside technology, which provides assistant referees an alert every time there is a positional offside larger than 20 centimeters. So they are more confident in making the decision because they are technologically supported. As you said, the implementation at the Club World Cup 25 went very well. We are very pleased. Not a surprise for us because the implementation was the final step of some trials offline and online we did during previous FIFA competitions.
And the other one that stood out at the Club World Cup, the referee body cams, a great view for the supporter watching at home. What did you make of that? Were you happy how that went?
We are very happy. I have to say that the outcome of implementing the RefCam went beyond our expectations. Our goal, our target was to provide TV viewers with a new experience, to give them the possibility to see what referees see on the field of play. So it was a very unique angle of vision, but also for us to get the same info, to know what the referees were viewing, were seeing during a match. The outcome was very positive. We received a lot of requests, not only from football, even from other sports, with TV viewers hoping that the RefCam would have been implemented in many more competitions, and not only in football, I repeat, in other sports. You said body cam. Let me correct you if I may. It's more an eye cam because the add value, the real add value was given because the camera was positioned at the eyes level of the referee. So you can really see what the referee can see. If you have the camera positioned at chest level, of course, what you can see is different because the level of the camera is lower, so you can't, and also the chest sometimes doesn't move while the head of the referee moves around. So also this can be very different. So the eyes referee camera worked very well at the FIFA Club World Cup 25, and I know that there are some other competitions around the world that are keen to implement it very soon.
And is it just another example, Pierluigi, of a piece of technology that can actually give football supporters an insight into how tough a job refereeing is? Because you get a sense of the pace of the game and maybe a player that runs in front of the referee at the exact moment the decision happens. Does it give understanding?
One of the comments we have received from many is now we can understand how difficult it is to be a referee on the field of play. Because with 20, 25, 30 cameras, with the slow motion, super slow motion, everything's very easy to be seen. But when you see live what the referee, not live, what the referee can see live, then you understand that the referee's job is very difficult, or sometimes it's very difficult on the field play.
So some new rules coming this season, and some obviously we've seen already in other competitions. But one of the rules that really stands out that will be eye-catching for supporters is the new goalkeeper time wasting rule. And just give us your background to that and how that really came about. And is it fair to say that it's more a deterrent for goalkeepers really just to help speed up the game?
So let me say where it's coming from. There was a rule in football giving the goalkeeper the possibility to keep the ball within the hands for 6 seconds. And when the goalkeeper exceeded this time, he was punished by an indirect free kick within the penalty area where the goalkeeper was. I think you've never seen this implemented, enforced. I'm sure that you don't remember the last time you have seen it, but goalkeepers kept the ball within the hands definitely longer than 6 seconds. We had goalkeepers going up to 25 seconds, and 25 seconds during the match is an eternity. The reason why it was not enforced, because there was an imbalance between the offense and the sanction. An indirect free kick within the penalty area is a very, very heavy sanction compared to the offense committed by the goalkeeper. So referees were very reluctant to enforce the law. And this slowed down the tempo of the game, because there is nothing entertaining to have the goalkeeper or to see the goalkeeper with the ball in the hands for, I repeat, up to 20, 25 seconds. For this reason, we asked the goalkeeper if 6 seconds would have been enough for them. And they told us, sometimes we need a bit more, because you need to get your team reshaped on the field of play. So probably 6 was not enough. And we told the goalkeeper, okay, we go to 8, but you have to know that the referees now will strictly enforce the law by sanctioning it, not anymore with an indirect free kick, but with a corner kick. And now I come to you when you say that is a deterrent. The objective is to have something which is a deterrent for a goalkeeper and convince the goalkeeper not to keep the ball in the hands, within the hands, longer than 8 seconds. By doing that, they want to keep the possession of the ball. If you punish them, giving the opponents the possession of the ball, there is no meaning for them to exceed the 8 seconds. And this is what we have seen in many trials we had before the Club World Cup 25. And this is what happened at the Club World Cup 25. We had 63 matches played, and only twice the goalkeeper was sanctioned, which is positive because we shown that the law is enforced. So I was happy, but certainly is a good result because the goalkeeper understood that the referee was ready to punish them if they would have exceeded the 8 seconds. So the tempo of the match was increased. We have seen goalkeepers ready to release the ball very quickly, even before the 6 seconds that they were allowed before. So 3-4 seconds, and they already put the ball in play, which is good for the tempo of the game and also for the entertainment of the match.
And another key one this season, I think, again, we've seen this already, but only captains will be allowed to approach referees during Premier League matches. Are you convinced this one has already done its job in all of the trials and the other places it's being used, that this can really help referees?
We need to clean the image of the game. I don't think that it's nice to see the referee surrounded by 5, 6, 10, or even more players. I don't want to say even mobbed, but certainly surrounded. So I think it's important to make the captain responsible for his role or her role. And it's a sort of win-win solution because the captain is more responsible, but the referee is ready to provide the captain with some explanation when a key decision is taken. So this creates more cooperation between the captain and the referee and the captain, and I think this is positive for them, but also for the game. So we have seen it starting last year at the Olympics and also at the Euro. It continued. So I'm very confident that, I repeat, this will clean the game.
Another one, what do you make of the referees communicating decisions across the stadium? Again, we've already seen so many videos of that in action. Do you think that is a positive step forward for the game?
We started with the so-called referees announcements of VAR related decisions after the World Cup 2022. So we started and we had it implemented in all FIFA competitions since. Despite the fact that our referees, the vast majority of our referees are not English mother tongue, and making an announcement in English in front of a big crowd might be something not easy. The outcome was positive, announcing the background of the decision. So not the decision itself, because everyone understands which is the decision taken, but the background, the reason why the decision was taken. I think is very good to make people better understanding. Then you can disagree or you can continue to disagree. Nobody wants to convince spectators, but also the people on the players, the coaches on the field of play, that the decision is correct. But at least they know why the decision was taken. Implementing it in domestic competition, I would say, would be even better and even easier for the referees because the language barrier doesn't exist. And we had some experience at the last FIFA Club World Cup 25 with, for example, Anthony Taylor providing a referee's announcement in English, which was perfect, really providing an add value because everyone understood which was the background of the decision. So I think it's something very positive, and I look forward to having it implemented in Premier League, as you said.
And I wanted to talk to you about the football video support. Now, it seems to have now been a welcome addition to the game. I just wondered kind of your thoughts on how important it is to make that technology available to leagues and countries that maybe don't have the resources or even the finances for VAR.
You're right. VAR is a great support, is a great system to support referees, but VAR needs human resources, financial resources, and technology resources. There is no meaning to implement VAR in a competition, in a match, which is covered by 3 cameras, because basically is worthless, is useless. So there are many matches in which there are not enough financial resources. You have not enough match officials, video match officials in front of screens, and you have not enough cameras. The minimum number of cameras for VAR is 8, but you have competitions with less camera. So since the very, very beginning, we started thinking to something which would have been more affordable for many more competitions. And football video support or video support is a good answer because it can work in competition without any video match officials because there is nobody in front of the screen. There is only a review operator which provides the referee with the images the referee requests to review. But also the number of cameras. You can use the video support in matches covered by 2 cameras, even 1. We have seen that simply by freezing the image of the main camera, you can see something and you can prevent a mistake from being committed. What has to be clear, VAR and football video support are 2 different things. So what has to be clear is the expectations. You cannot expect the same outcome with football video support, the same outcome you have with VAR. With VAR, you have an incident shown by 8, 10, 12, 20 cameras. So you can see everything. Of course, with 2, 3, 4 cameras, you cannot see the same. Imagine offside. To assess an offside position, you need cameras positioned at 16 meters or even 5.5 meters or even goal line to be sure. With 2 cameras, 3 cameras, you do not have any camera at 16 or 5.5 meters. So it's more difficult, and you have not, of course, the line drawn by the technology or even the 3-dimension that you are used to see in main competition. But I repeat, simply by freezing the image of one of these 2, 3 cameras, you can have something which prevent a mistake from being committed. So we have tested it in our competition, in some FIFA youth competition, and now we are making a new step. IFAB gave FIFA the permission to run this trial in senior competition, and we will have some starting second part of August, and we are confident that the outcome will be positive.
And the onus is obviously then on the coach to make a signal and ask for a review.
You're right, because with the video match officials in front of the screen, they can recommend the referee to review. But without any video match official in front of the screen, the review process should start by someone, should be started by someone. It cannot be the referee, because otherwise we put too much pressure on the referee. He will be surrounded by players asking why you don't go and review. And this is not good. So we thought that the person entitled to start, to initiate the review process is the coach. The coach is, I would say, the highest authority during a match. He is the one who decides everything for the team. So he will also decide when to request a review, but he can be helped by players, because sometimes, very often I would say, the coach is far away from where a key incident may occur, penalty area. So we thought that also players can recommend by twirling the finger in the air, this is the gesture, they can recommend their coach to request the review. But the final decision lies with the coach.
And Pierluigi, you've been very clear there that football video support and VAR are two very separate, different things.
Complete different things.
Do you ever see a world that that kind of review could work in it with VAR, or will they always remain separate?
The problem of video support implemented in matches with a large number of cameras without video match officials is the time you need for a review, for an on-field review. Because with VAR, you have already video match officials pre-selecting the images, the footages, which might be relevant to make a decision. But if you have a review operator only, and the review operator is there only to move forward and backward the image on the computer, all the images from all the cameras must be reviewed. And imagine you have 10 cameras and you need to review the images from 10 cameras. Imagine that it takes 1 minute each camera, then an on-field review would last 10 minutes. So then it would become a time issue. So VAR works very well with the video match officials, with the number of cameras. Football video support has a completely different objective, which is to provide competition with all the constraints I mentioned before, a technological support to referees.
So, Pierluigi, what do you think is the key to being a great referee in 2025 then?
Well, not only 2025. I think the key point is to understand football. There was an era when for the referee was enough to know the laws of the game. In modern football, you need to know football. You need to be prepared. You need to know before what can happen on the field of play. You need to be ready. You need to study. It's very complex. The preparation of a referee is very complex and has to be very, very accurate, because this is what modern football demands.
Did you ever have any superstitions or rituals, or how did you prepare for a game when you were in the height of your career as a referee?
More than superstitions, rituals. I think every athlete, everyone has his own ritual. So a sort of routine, doing things in the same way to properly approach something which is important. So I also did every time things in the same way. Then, of course, there are days that you cannot, and create some problems, not only to referee, also to players. I remember the World Cup final I refereed in Yokohama, in Japan, because the emperor, the Japanese emperor, attended the game. We were told, referees and teams, we were told you need to get the stadium 2 hours and a half before kickoff. When normally everyone gets the stadium 1.5, 1 hour and 40 minutes. So imagine players and referee with a routine lasting 90, 95 minutes, trying to do something in the remaining hour. was pretty complicated, but was funny. Somehow was funny.
Well, so it's only right to finish on just kind of your, again, looking back on your career as a referee. Were there moments where you just stood inside the pitch and just admired what you were seeing, whether it was a piece of skill, whether it was a certain goal and a certain brilliance from a player? Did you have those kind of moments throughout your career where you just took it all in the moment and appreciated it?
Believe it or not, you are so focused on what is going on the field of play that the match for you is a sequence of footages of small moments, and sometimes you lose the full picture, or you do not realize what really happened. So sometimes I appreciated the things occurred during the match afterwards when I rewatched the match on a videotape or on a computer. Because I repeat, you are so focused on details that you lose, I would say, the full picture.